There is now an open source AI agent for almost every job in crypto, one that researches a prediction market for you, one that trades it on autopilot, one that hunts yield across chains while you sleep, one that just gives any model a wallet and lets it move real money. I spent a week going through the whole stack, dozens of these projects, and then I got hands on with three of them to see what's really there. This isn't a what's hype video, it's a field guide. And by the end, there's one pattern that shows up in every single layer, the part everybody builds and the part almost nobody does. Here's how I went about it. I sorted everything I could find into 6 layers, the whole span of what a crypto agent can be: prediction market agents, spot and perp trading agents, DeFi, agents that manage yield on chain, the wallet frameworks underneath them, the data servers that let a model read the chain, and the payment rails that let agents pay each other. For each one, I pulled the real traction, stars, forks, trades, and asked the same simple question every time. Not does it exist, but no, but does anyone publish whether it actually works? Layer 1, prediction markets. The space I almost built in myself. It's crowded. Polyseer, a research agent, sits at 664 stars. CloddsBot, a cross-venue arbitrage matcher, 473, layer 2, trading agents, is enormous. Toric Research's trading agents has over 90,000 stars, one framework. Layer 3, defai. This is Olas, agents you own that manage capital for you. Then the plumbing, the wallet frameworks like Coinbase's Agent Kit, Elisa OS at 18,000 stars, and the most forked of the bunch, the data servers and the payment rails. Notice the shape already. The frameworks and the matchers have huge audiences. Hold that thought for what's missing from it. So I got hands on. First, the research layer, Polyseer. You paste in a prediction market URL and it spins up 5 agents in a row: a planner, a researcher, a critic, an analyst, and a reporter. They read the news, weigh the evidence, and hand you back a Bayesian, here's why the odds should move and by how much report. Is the most polished, most demoable thing in the whole prediction market layer. What it gives you is a beautifully argued opinion. What it doesn't give you, and this matters later, is any record of whether acting on that opinion made money. Next, the layer closest to my own thesis: DeFi. This is Olas, and the model here is different. You don't rent an agent, you own one, and it runs on chain, transparently 24/7. Their DeFi agent, Modius, reports over 150% return in 150 days. Their polymarket trader, Polystrat, is live right now. 21,000 trades across 3,000 markets, and they say 37% of its agent wallets ended positive against roughly 10% of humans. Now, read those numbers the way I do. They are self reported, they're early. Modius is one instance in beta, but here's what's honest about Olas. They're almost the only project in this entire survey that publishes live results at all. That's rare, and it's worth something. Third, the one that sent me down a rabbit hole: CloddsBot. It's a Claude-based agent that scans Polymarket, Kalshi, and a handful of other venues and uses semantic matching to spot the same event priced differently across them. Cross-venue arbitrage. 473 stars running today. And here's the question the matcher itself never answers. When it finds a big price gap between two matching markets, is that free money or is it two different questions wearing the same title? Because the same event is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Two markets can share every keyword and still be completely different bets: a different resolution oracle, a different cutoff date, a different threshold. So I built a tiny agent of my own to check. It reads the full resolution text on both venues and decides, is this genuinely the same bet or a false match? The whole thing runs on the Claude command line with no API key, about $3 for the entire run, and the result is the most interesting thing in the episode. And here's the encouraging part. Reading the resolution text on both sides, the agent sorted them cleanly. On the pairs that are genuinely the same bet, it confirmed exactly what you'd hope. The gap is already tiny, a median of under half a cent. The market did its job. The real value showed up on the false matches, and it caught everyone. Will the USA win their match today? 38% on one venue, sitting right next to will the USA win the whole World Cup? At under 4% on the other. Same 3 words, completely different bet. A 35-cent gap, a keyword matcher, would hand you as free money. My agent flagged it in a single read. That, right there, is the judgment layer. And it's the piece almost nobody ships. And that's the pattern, the one thread running through all 6 layers. The plumbing is extraordinary and basically solved. Giving an agent a wallet, solved. Reading the chain, solved. Matching markets across venues, researching them, executing trades, all solved, all open source, all a Git clone away. The one thing almost nobody ships is the part that decides whether any of it makes money after cost, the judgment. The matcher finds the gap but won't tell you it's fake. The research agent argues the odds but never grades its own calls, and that's not a dead end. For a builder, it's the opening. The judgment layer was the cheapest thing in this whole video to build, about $3 a run, and it's the one nobody is shipping. So where does that leave a builder today? The tools are genuinely here. If you want to point an agent at crypto, the hard infrastructure is already written, it's free, and most of it is good. The open question, the whole frontier put is judgment. Knowing which gap is real, which yield is sustainable, which call actually paid off after fees. Nobody's automated that yet, and that's exactly the part I'm going to keep testing on this channel. If you want to watch that frontier get tested in public, subscribe. I'll keep checking.